Hello, today I'm going to talk to you about solving equations, some of which have distributive property. So let's take a look here. So we have some steps in the first slide, and you're going to take care of that distributive property first, and then you're going to take care of addition and subtraction to eliminate the constants, and then you're going to do multiplication and division to eliminate the coefficients. So let's take a look at our first problem. All right, so our first problem is just a two-step problem with distributive property. So I just want to start here so I can remind you of how distributive property works. And whenever I do distributive property, I always make these arrows with the arcs. So I remember that 3 is getting multiplied by 2a, so that's 6a, and 3 is getting multiplied by -6. So this whole thing goes together. So 3 times -6 is -18, which becomes -18. All right, now this is a two-step problem. So you're going to eliminate your constant first by adding 18 to both sides of the equation. Bring down the 6a, haven't done anything with it. Eliminate, because -18 plus 18 is 0, and then 12 plus 18 is 30. Okay, so we've done our add or subtract to eliminate the constant. And now we're going to do our multiplication or division to eliminate the coefficient. So because it's 6a, which means 6 times a, we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to divide both sides of the equation by 6. 6 divided by 6 is how you get 1a, or just a, either way. And then 30 divided by 6 is 5. So that is our answer. All right, let's show you one with a little more complications to it. Okay, so now we have distributive property again. All right, and we're going to multiply. We're going to take care of that distributive property first. So 2x, 2 times x is 2x, and then 2 times -4 is -8 or -8. Now I haven't done anything with the 7, so I'm going to put plus 7 equals 9. Okay, so when you have terms that are alike and they're all on the same side of the equal sign, you need to combine them. So we're going to combine, it's called combine like terms. All right, so this becomes 2x. I'm going to combine -8 plus 7, which is -1, equals 9. All I did was take -8 and combine it with 7. All right, now I'm going to solve this. This is now a two-step problem. Add 1 to both sides. Remember, we add or subtract to get rid of our constant. So I'm left with 2x equals 10. And then I multiply or divide to eliminate my coefficient of 2. So this becomes x equals 5. All right, let's add another piece to this. Okay. So now we have a variable, which is k, on both sides of the equation. The process is the same. We're going to eliminate our constant first. So the thing is, we have 2 constants here. So let's start with the 2. We'll eliminate that first. So it's a +2, so we're going to subtract 2 from each side of the equation. Now, when I subtract 2 from the left, 2 minus 2 is going to eliminate. Now, on the right side, I have to subtract it from the term that is similar. So the 2 does not have a variable with it, so I want to subtract it from the other term that doesn't have a variable with it as well. All right, I didn't do anything with that. I'm going to bring it down. Didn't do anything with that. Bring it down. -6 minus 2 is -8 or -8. All right. So we added and subtracted. Now we're going to add, subtract again. See, I want to get a k down here with some sort of number. And in order to do that, I need to keep eliminating terms. So I have a k on the left, but I also have a k on the right. So I want to eliminate that 3k. Well, that's a positive 3k, so I'm going to subtract 3k from both sides. 5k minus 3k is 2k. That 3k minus 3k minus 3k gets eliminated, and I haven't done anything with that, so I'm going to bring it down. All right, now when I'm left with something that almost looks like a k on the left and a number on the right, I'm almost there. But I have one more step because I have to eliminate that coefficient. So I want to multiply or divide. So 2 times k, the opposite would be to divide by 2. 2 divided by 2 is how we just get k. And on the right, we have -4. All right. Now, our last example is one that has is a multi-step. Come on. And it has distributive property. So let's tackle this. All right, so we need to take care of that distributive property first. So we're going to multiply our 3 in our distributive property. So 3 times 5 is 15x. 3 times -4 is -12. This is a plus, so it's going to be plus 10x. I haven't done anything with it, so I'm just bringing it down. I didn't do anything with the left, so I'm just going to write it the way it is. Okay. All right, so my first step was take care of that distributive property. Now, in this one, I have some terms that are alike. I have this 15 and that 10. So I want to combine like terms. Okay, I'm not combining anything on the left, so I'm just going to write that the way it is. Now when I combine 15x and 10x, 15x plus 10x is 25x. I didn't do anything with the -12, so I'm just going to write it down. All right, now it's looking like what we looked like on the last slide. So when we get to a multi-step, and this is just your basic multi-step, we're going to add, subtract, and then either multiply, divide. Those are your steps. So let's do it. So we want to eliminate the constant. Well, we have this as a constant, and we have this as a constant. So I will start on the left. It doesn't really matter which one you start with. So I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides of the equal sign. And I am left with 5x. That gets eliminated. 25x. And -5 minus 5 is -17. Okay. We're getting there because we want x and we want a number. Okay, so we're going to add, subtract again. Okay, so I have an x on the left, but I have on the right, I have a 25 minus 17. So it's kind of like I have this extra term here. So I'm going to eliminate that term by subtracting. I'm going to subtract 25x from both sides because what I do to one side, I have to do to the other. 5x minus 25x is negative 20x. That gets eliminated. And then I didn't do anything with this, so I'm going to bring it down. Okay. My last step is to multiply or divide. So I have this coefficient that's being multiplied by x, so I want to do the opposite of that. So I'm going to divide both sides by the coefficient, which is negative 20. Some of you, I noticed, are when you're dividing, you're dividing by 20, but that sign needs to be, it's part of the whole coefficient. So negative 20 divided by negative 20 is how we get just x. And on this side, we can read, it's a fraction, and we know that you can have a fraction as a slope, as a coefficient, so we can leave that, but we would want to reduce it. So 17 over 20.